So guys, there are definitely IT is big, right? When the IT is big, there are so many, opportunities, and there are so many career tracks. We all have to understand. And the problem is that how should we decide that which track is going to help us? Basically, let's understand the tracks one by one. First of all, we will start with the track that is the cloud. Okay. So a lot of people have, have already gone through the programs like cloud and DevOps, right? So we have to first understand that if someone wants to start the journey with cloud, then what are the different tracks they can follow, and what are the position they can attain after completing the program. And then you can then I'm going to also share that which certifications are going to help you to achieve that specific track. Okay, let's imagine that if someone wants to start with cloud. Okay, so if someone wants to start with cloud, there are three popular cloud in the market. Okay, so what you can do, you can basically start with three different clouds. I mean, you can choose one of them. Either you choose AWS, or you choose Azure, or you choose Google. So these are the three very popular clouds in the market. There are other clouds as well, like Rackspace. There is another cloud that is IBM cloud. However, if we look at the job market, and there is a suggestion for all of you who are the beginners, or maybe who are experienced in IT but would like to switch into cloud, in my opinion, you should choose a cloud, either one of them. So you cannot just, you cannot just choose IBM cloud, because it's going to be very difficult to secure a job because of the demand in the market is very less. But for AWS, which is Amazon cloud, Azure cloud, or Google cloud, these are three high demand cloud in the market right now from job perspective. If anyone would like to start their journey, you can choose any one of the cloud. Also, you can choose multi-cloud. If anyone wants to, go into multi-cloud state, you can also start with multi-cloud, but you need ample amount of time to understand each and every cloud. Let's say someone wants to go for multi-cloud, then you might have to combine either two clouds, or maybe you are combining all three clouds, right? So it's totally up to you that how you would like to create your profile for multi-cloud. Okay, let's imagine that someone wants to enroll in AWS cloud. But now what happens if you complete the program of AWS? What are you going to achieve? Then in that case, we recommend, one moment. In that case, we recommend that you go for AWS Solution Architect. Okay, Solution Architect. Now, this certification is basically going to help you, because this is the in-depth, it covers in-depth knowledge, and also it covers many services of AWS. So we always recommend that if you would like to start your AWS and you want to become a cloud engineer, then start with AWS Solution Architect. If in case any one of you wants to choose Azure, then we highly recommend that you start with either Azure Admin certification, or you can choose Azure Architect certification. And same, it happens with Google. Google has its own certification, like associate or cloud engineer. So you can choose any one of them. But for AWS, guys, whosoever is interested in AWS, plan your AWS Solution Architect certification. That should be your first step in becoming the cloud engineer. And if anyone over here who is interested to develop skills in Azure, and you would like to land a job as cloud engineer, or Azure Cloud Architect, or Azure Cloud Admin, or Azure Cloud Architect, then these are the two certifications which comes under Azure Admin and Azure Architect. So for admin, it's a code which is 104, and for architect it is 305. So what these certifications have done, these organizations have done, they have given a specific number to all the certifications. Okay, so we basically, for AWS Solution Architect, it is C03. Okay, and for admin, Azure admin, it is 104. For Azure Architect, it is 305. So if anyone would like to start their journey in cloud, cloud space, and you want to become cloud engineer, just like Freddie, you guys have to choose. First of all, you have to choose the cloud, AWS, Azure, or Google. Now, when you choose the cloud, then you have to choose the certification. If you are choosing AWS, make sure you are choosing AWS Solution Architect. If you are choosing Azure, then you have a choice. Either you go for administrator or you go for architect. You can choose any one of them. It's totally your call. Okay. Now the question comes that if you complete your solution architect, or maybe if you complete your Azure architect, now what's next? So can anyone tell me, like, after AWS Solution Architect, what can we do? Guys, can you use chat window and can let me know what is your suggestion after AWS Solution Architect? DevOps, okay. What else, guys? DevOps, okay. Anyone? Yes, guys, please. Okay, DevOps, AWS security. Yes, I mean, right now, I can see in the chat that a lot of people have their own, certification to suggest. Someone is saying AWS DevOps. Other person is saying AWS, professional. Someone is saying, security. So everyone has, has different opinion. And I totally agree with all of you that yes, when you complete your AWS Solution Architect, okay, or if you complete the first layer of certification, let's say we consider this L1 and layer 1, once we complete this, then honestly speaking, there are multiple, certifications which actually can be targeted. So we can target DevOps. We can go for security. We can go for system administrator. Okay, sysadmin. We can go for network. Okay, and let's imagine if if there is any other certification which falls under it, let's say professional. Okay, so you can go for professional as well. So all of you are correct that after completing your AWS Solution Architect or maybe Azure Architect, if you are done with your level 1 certification, so what's next? So now you have multiple options over here. You can see the list of options you have under layer 2. But now the question arises that which one to take? It's so confusing right now that which certification should I choose after my architect? And everyone, I meet so many students every day and I find the same question. And that is the main reason we wanted to have this session with all of you to clarify that what should be your approach next. So guys, the decision is always taken based on the role you are targeting. Okay, always remember. So some people would like to become DevOps engineer. Some people would like to become cloud security specialist. Some people would like to get into networking space, or some people would like to gain some more experience in architect professional. That decision is always taken based on the role you are targeting. Okay, let's imagine if I say that I want to become DevOps engineer, then I will certainly recommend to go with DevOps. And you know what? All these paths, in layer 2, if you have DevOps, security, sysadmin, network professional, every cloud has layer 2 certification. In my opinion, if you are doing your AWS Solution Architect, In my opinion, if you are doing AWS solution architect, okay, make sure that you do AWS DevOps or AWS security. Do not change the cloud from L1 to L2. There are students who always come to me and say, Naman, I have completed my AWS solution architect. Can I go for Azure security now? No, please don't do that. Stick to your cloud. That's quite important because your outcome is going to face problem if you change the cloud in the middle. Okay. People who go with multi-cloud, they can choose any one of them with, they can form any combination. So in multi-cloud, there is an exception. You can form any combination. However, if you are targeting your role, do not change the cloud in between. Make sure if you are on AWS, choose AWS DevOps, AWS solution architect, then AWS security. So stick to one cloud. That's number one point, which you guys have to remember, that you have to stick to one cloud. Now, after that, let's imagine that you have taken the DevOps. Okay. Let's say that you have, opted for DevOps. Now, what is next? Where should I go next? Guys, can we use the chat window? And can you tell me that now I am targeting DevOps profile? So which certification should I choose next? I'm done with my AWS solution architect, and also I'm done with AWS DevOps. So which certification should I choose next in my layer 3? Automation tools. Okay, which certification? So over here, we are talking about certification, guys. So which certification do you recommend? Anyone? Okay. Within DevOps, there are certifications. Okay. So we have Terraform certification. This is a tool specific certification. And then we have the Kubernetes certification. These are the two certification which you guys have to do to become a proper DevOps engineer. Okay, if you want to become DevOps engineer in the layer 3, in my opinion, and even as per the market research we have done, we have found that company or organizations, they prefer someone with AWS solution architect, then AWS DevOps, and after that you can go for Terraform and the Kubernetes. These are tools specific certifications, and honestly, level 3 certifications are quite difficult to achieve and very high in demand. I mean, the certification I'm going to talk right now, these are very high in demand. So for AWS DevOps, you can go for Terraform and Kubernetes. These are the most important certification you should plan for. If someone goes for security, okay, let's say after Azure, let's say you have done Azure and you are going for security. So what should you do next? So can anyone tell me in this kind of a combination, Azure plus security, what should be next? Everyone. So what should be next according to you? You can plan for DevOps. Now you should be surprised that why after Azure Architect, Azure Security, why are we going back to DevOps? The reason of going back to DevOps is that market is getting hot, or the demand in the market is increasing day by day for DevSecOps. I'm not sure how many of you have heard this, but DevSecOps is actually gaining the highlight in the market right now. And in future, 6 months down the line or 1 year down the line, you will see that there will be many opportunities which are going to open up in many different IT organizations, people combining Azure or maybe AWS security and DevOps. So you have to choose the cloud first. Once you choose the cloud, based on that, you have to decide the role, that which role you want to prefer. If you want to go towards DevOps or you would like to go towards DevSecOps. Okay, this should be your aim, because this is what or this is where the industry is moving if we look at the industry from a technology perspective. Okay. So guys, are you able to understand everything? Is there any question, everyone? Do you have any questions so far? Are you able to understand what should be our strategy while we choose the certification? And please let me know that how should we, select our next certification. Okay. So remember, so there are a few rules which we have to remember. Okay. I'm writing it over here when it comes to cloud. First is the choose your cloud. Okay. Once you choose your cloud, then it will be quite easy for you to understand L1 certification, level 1 certifications. After that, you have to choose L2 certification. L2 certification you can choose only if you decide the role you want to play. There are students who want to go all over the place. They want to become the Scrum Master. They want to become the DevSecOps. They want to become the DevOps engineer. But it doesn't work like that. You have to choose your role. If you want to become a security specialist, or you have to become cloud security specialist, or you have to become DevOps. So L2 decision can be taken only and only with the help of when you decide the role first. Okay. Once you decide the role, you can choose any one of the certification listed over here. And then for L3 level of certification, we again decide that if you are choosing DevOps, choose either Terraform or Kubernetes or both of them. And if you are selecting the security, then I highly recommend, and as per the market is going, we are seeing that people are combining, and even the organizations are combining these roles, security and DevOps, going forward. Okay. So this is about cloud and DevOps, and this is how you have to take decision when it comes to cloud and DevOps. Okay. I hope everyone is able to follow up. Everyone, is there any question which I can take right now before I move forward with the management, which is Scrum Master? Anyone, do you have any doubts so far? There is no prerequisite for security. Always remember, cloud is only thing is that you need to understand the cloud well. If you are actually choosing the security, if you are choosing any one of the certification in level 2, ensure that you are good with level 1 certification. You need to understand the architect in the best way. You are able to understand it well, and then you can choose the level 2 certification. And for security, for the level 2 certification, level 1 is the prerequisites. Does that make sense, Siri? Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you, guys. I think you guys are getting the point. So guys, let's move forward. Okay. So what is after cloud security? Like if we do cloud security, what next for L3? If you do in L2 level, if you decide to go with AWS security, then go towards AWS DevOps, or you can choose DevOps alone. What happens that this profile will give you a role of DevSecOps in future. Okay. And also this profile can help you to build your multiple combination of skills. So with the help of security and DevOps, you can apply for both the roles, even for the roles which are in security and the roles which are in DevOps. So that's why if you, on L3, it's important that after security you do DevOps, because that can give you a capability of going for multiple profiles, one for security, another one for DevOps. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so guys, moving on with the management certification now. So guys, can you tell me like which are the management certification? Can anyone please tell me which are the management certification? Scrum Master. Okay, what else, guys? PMP, project management. Which are Scrum Master? Anyone, guys? Anyone else? What do you think? Which are the management certifications? Okay. So guys, basically management certification starts from the in our opinion, basically it can start from either Scrum Master, people who would like to get into Scrum Master role and they want to start their management journey, then they can start with a Scrum Master. And the second is the project management. Now, project management is the evergreen role, everyone. You know why? So why do you think that it's actually a very good role, project management? Is there any reason, guys? Do you know any reason that project management is the good role? Anyone? The reason of choosing the project management is, one moment. So first is Scrum Master. Let me write it down. And the other one is the project management. Because project management is not limited to only IT. Okay, guys, remember this very well, that it's not always limited to just IT. You can find the job in different industries with the help of project management. You can basically work for pharmaceuticals, you can work for aviation, you can work for definitely IT. So project management gives you an evergreen opportunity to work for any organization. Whereas Scrum Master is highly used in IT, because IT projects have adopted agile framework for the execution of their projects. They want to work in a fashion of agile, and that's why IT organizations are hiring Scrum Masters. Whereas project managers are basically, well, they exist in IT, they exist in non-IT space as well. So they exist in multiple spaces. Now the question is that if someone takes the Scrum Master as L1 certification, so what can be the next certification? Can anyone tell me, like, what can be the next certification if someone goes with Scrum Master? What do you think? Product owner? Yes. Project management? Yes. Okay. Now again, after Scrum Master, you have multiple tracks. Okay. So let me list down the tracks for you guys. If you want to change the track to project management, that is quite possible, because Scrum Master can actually find a job which is for project management. Scrum Master can also get into, I mean, right now what is happening, that every project is using Scrum Master, but it is getting advanced every day. So you can go for safe Scrum. This safe Scrum is actually something which is getting adopted by different organizations, because this has a strict, you can say strict background, and the need is very high in different organizations. So you can choose safe Scrum as well. Okay. After that, you can choose, PSPO, Professional Scrum Product Owner. Okay. So this is also, you can choose in the L2. Now, project manager, again, they can work in any industry, as I mentioned earlier. Safe Scrum is the advanced, whatever you have learned in Scrum Master. It will take another 3 or 4 weeks to get a knowledge on Safe Scrum. Or else, if you want to change the track to Product Owner, that is also possible. You can choose Product Owner, because organizations who are making products, IT products like Microsoft, Google, and different organizations which are building IT products, they are actually hiring people who have the product owner background and product owner certification. So you can plan your product owner certification in level 2 certification. So, but in my opinion, start your journey with a Scrum Master, because you guys are from non-IT. Scrum Master will instill some of the important concepts of IT. You will understand how an IT project, or how an IT team executes the project, And then if you want to upgrade your skill and you want to increase your chances of landing the job in IT, then you can go for L2 certification, but choose one of them, either project management, safe scrum, or PSPO. So PSPO is professional scrum product owner. After that, let's imagine that you are able to complete your L2. Then what's next? In case of project management, right, people actually go towards the business analyst. Business analysts are the people who talk to client and break the requirement for the team to work on. So project managers can also do business analyst, and it can play a very good combination. This is the L3. Okay, this is the L3. Even product owners, they can basically go towards business analyst. So in my opinion, if anyone who would like to have a good knowledge about project and scrum master, then choose business analyst in your L3, because that's going to give you again a different perspective. And maybe when you are looking for a job and the market is tight for scrum master or project manager, but for business analyst, market is pretty good right now, because many business analysts are being hired, and business analysts can also work as project managers in many cases. If you have the project management certification, PMP certification, or you have the CBAP certification, then it really helps to secure a role which goes with project management plus business analyst. And these roles are being combined. And even we have heard that in future this may happen, that project managers, if the project is a small project, then project managers can play the role of business analysts as well, to bring more business for the organizations like startups, which are actually starting up right now. So project managers also play a role of business analyst. So if you are choosing a scrum master in your L1, choose project managers or L2, and then you can go for business analyst. This is considered to be one of the best path. If you would like to choose safe scrum, you want to advance your skill in safe scrum, that's good enough. Then after that, this is okay. I mean, you have safe scrum. It's up to you if you want to go to L3 or not, but safe scrum is also good, but you will be confined till scrum master only. You will not be able to move forward. And then you have the PSPO, product owner. That depends on you guys if you would like to have the product owner, but you have to understand the background of having the product owner as well. And as I said, like, if you are already PMP certified in your level 1, because a lot of students, they come to us and they say, Naman, I am interested only in project management. I don't want to do Scrum Master. I'm interested in project management. Guys, in my opinion, if you do project management, you can plan your PGMP. Okay, this is very difficult certification, honestly. Program Manager Professional. This is PGMP. You can plan your project management certification, or you can go towards business analyst. So after project management, in your layer 2, you can either plan your PGMP, which is program manager, or you can plan your business analyst. So these are the 2 certifications which are going to be very helpful, guys. So this is all about today.
Thank you for watching. Switch from non-IT to IT today. Explore www.thinkcloudly.com.